Good evening. I'd like to call the Tuesday, May 14th, 2024 Colleton County School District Board of Trustee Committee of the Whole meeting to order. Ask everyone to please stand for the pledge, followed by the invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the abundance of rain that you provided so the crops may grow. Father, we thank you for the sunshine. Father, we thank you for the parents, students, community staff members that are here tonight to celebrate the students. We thank you, Father, for the teachers that will be celebrated tonight as well, and other staff members. Father, we thank you that testing is over for our elementary kids except for makeup, and we look forward to success. We also ask, Father, your continued guidance as our middle and high school students and staff work on completing their state testing. Father, we're so honored to be able to help you with the next generation, and we pray together now as you ask all of us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our sins, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Strobel. At this time, I'd like to thank the Cottageville Elementary Running Club for being our greeters this evening. And if you would please come forward as you demonstrate our mission statement.
Okay, right here. Ready? Right here. Do I just read that?
Colleton County
School District will be prepare every student to graduate with a 21st century education to be globally competitive for the chosen college and/or career path. Please be seated.
Thank you so much. The Cottageville Elementary Running Club is led and sponsored by Sarah Fielder and also Heather Fry. And if you would please introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about your club.
So like about the 5K. My name is Mina Cruz.
My name is Kylie Sanford.
And I'm Sarah Fielder. So we started our running club back in the spring of 2017, and we've continued it with the help of other teachers throughout all these years. Some activities we've done are the Fall Festival 5K we had here in Walterboro a couple years ago. We've done the Rice Run a couple times. We've also hosted our own Eagle Run that Mina would like to share more about.
The 5K Eagle Run is a program that was created to help to let people exercise if they want and to have fun in a 3.1 mile race. 5K is like a race where people start at one line and then go all the way to go from our school CES to a church, and it is 3.1 miles, right? 3.1 miles, and yeah, that's all I have.
So that run we've done, I believe we've done 5 of them now, and we use it as a fundraiser for our club, and something we use the money for are, we do a color run at the end of the fall, and we do a water balloon run that we're excited to do tomorrow. We also use that money for other things, and Kylie would like to share one of those.
One of the things we've used the money for is tie-dyeing shirts. We've made our shirts.
Another thing is about running club is the most exciting and fun thing of running club is always at the end of the last day. There's always a fun activity to do. There's either a color run where you run and grown-ups and teachers have colored powder. You have to wear a white shirt, and they throw powder at you. It's kind of like tie-dye. And the last end of running club, we did a water balloon thing, which we are also doing tomorrow as the last day of running club. The water balloon is where you run and they throw a bunch of water balloons at you and you get all wet, and it's super fun. And at the end, if there's still water or water balloons, we go in the grass field and we just start dumping water on everyone's head and just throw stuff at them. So, yeah.
As you can see, we're very excited for that. So our goal of our club is to improve our students' health. We track how many laps they're doing. We just go around our bus loop and they earn tow tokens. And our goal is for them to increase as the months go on. So thank you, and that's all we have.
Thank you, Ms. Fielder. Thank you, Cottageville Elementary Running Club. We wish you all the best tomorrow with your water balloon run. Board members, if you'll please join me in the reciting of the civility pledge. I pledge to build a stronger and more effective school board by advocating for civil engagement, respecting others and their viewpoints, and finding solutions for the betterment of my school district. Board members, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we approve the agenda as presented for Tuesday, May 14th, 2024.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to approve tonight's agenda. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Recognitions, student recognitions, followed by MUSC School Wellness Awards by Ms. Jessica Williams.
So I want to say good afternoon to our board members and to the public, and it is so good to see so many of you here tonight as we recognize our students and all of their accomplishments, because it's all about the kids. That's why we are here. It's all about the kids. So first of all, I just want to say to Cottageville, thank you for all that you're doing for your kids, and I'm telling you, those water balloons sound like a lot of fun. They really do. So thank you to Ms. Fielder and also Principal Allen for just those creative things that are being done at all of our schools to get our kids engaged and so that they can just love school and love school environments. So tonight, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our Superintendent Students of the Month. And I'm going to start by just reading a very small snippet about the student. And after I read that, I'm going to call the student's name, and we would like for you to come to the front, and our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Baddick, is going to present you with just a small token just to say congratulations to you. So our first student is from Blackstreet Early Childhood Center, and this student is such an amazing student that demonstrates a strong work ethic and consistently puts forth her best effort in everything she does. And I think today is her 6th birthday as well. But she shows great enthusiasm for learning, and she embraces challenges with a positive attitude. So at this time, we would like to ask Amelia Harris, kindergarten student at Blackstreet Early Childhood Center, to come forward. Please give her a hand as she comes. Congratulations, Amelia. And as she's being awarded, I would like to ask Amelia's parents, if you're here, would you please stand? Thank you. All right. Our next student is a 5th grade student at Cottageville Elementary School. This student's grades are consistently high, which he works hard to keep. He is on the superintendent's list, and he is a leader in the classroom. He helps students who may struggle with content, he helps the teacher, and he helps his friend. He is a great student, always smiling and happy to be at school. So at this time, we ask that Maven Rosin, a 5th grade student at Cottageville Elementary School, come forward. Congratulations, Maven. And we'd like to ask Maven's parents to please stand to be recognized. All right. Our next student is a 6th grade student from Colleton County Middle School. This student is an awesome student in the classroom. She has maintained superintendent's list status all year. She takes time out to offer assistance to classmates who may need her help. She also displays exceptional behavior at all times. She is an amazing student. At this time, we ask Danielle Fiole, 6th grade student at the middle school, to come forward. Congratulations, Danielle. The next student that we would like to recognize is a 12th grade student from Colleton County High School. This student is a wonderful student who takes and receives feedback and constantly strives for improvement. This student is enrolled in several dual enrollment classes and has proven that she is able to maintain high grades while juggling several extracurricular activities like volleyball, softball, student council, and National Honor Society. This student has maintained a GPA of over 4.0 during her 4 years as a student at Colleton County High School. And at this time, we would like to call Miss Maggie Kennedy, 12th grade student at Colleton County High School. Congratulations, Maggie. And we'd like to ask Maggie's parents to please stand. Our next student is an 11th grade student from TCTC. This student is doing well in all of his classes, including his agricultural class. He shows strong leadership skills. He always has a positive attitude and is encouraging towards others. He is a youth member of the Colleton County Sheriff's Department Explorers Program. So at this time, we would like to ask for Jamil Collins, an 11th grade student at TCTC, to come forward. All right, we're going to move to our next student. This student is a student at Colleton Adult Learning Center. This student has enrolled at Colleton Learning Center on April 8th and passed all sections of the official General Education Development Test by April 18th, 2024. She did this by committing to work diligently in and out of class. This student earned her South Carolina Work Ready credential, achieving the highest possible score on the Work Ready Data academic test. At this time, we ask that Alexa Partenberry from Calc please come forward. And we'd like to ask Alexa's parents to please stand at this time. All right, that concludes all of our students of the month. We do have more student recognitions, but we'd like to ask our students to please stand. And Ms. Fox, if you could get a picture with all of us. And then we're going to ask you to share.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Maggie. Congratulations. You have a beautiful smile.
Congratulations.
Told him about himself.
Okay, we're going to continue with our student recognitions. I'm going to ask if Kaylin Segura is here. Kaylin Segura. Kaylin Segura. She's here. Come forward, Kayla. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Kaylin and what her accomplishment was. So Kaylin participated in the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources tournament, and she placed third in the statewide in the SCDNR Marsh Madness, did you get that play on words? Marsh Madness tournament, in which students competed based on their knowledge of animals in the Ace Basin, National Estuarine Research Reserve. So we'd like to congratulate Kaylin for a wonderful job and placing third in the state. That's a big deal. So congratulations. And we would like to ask Kaylin's parents or grandparents, whoever is here, to please stand or wave your hands. So the next group of students, and let's see, yeah, I'm going to do the next group of students, and we want all of our students to take one big picture together. But I'm going to now recognize our Band of Blue drum majors and Band of Blue captains, and I'm going to have them come up first, and then I'm going to tell you all of the accomplishments that our Band of Blue has done this year. So we would like for Cameron Longfellow, Harley Vargas, Alex Green. These are our Band of Blue drum majors. We would like for you to come up first, please. And then also our Band of Blue captains, Allie Stevens, Abe Green, Derek Oliver, Carlos Soto, Sam O'Quinn, Callie Rhodes, Lily Boyert, Alacia Breland, Zoe Buckner, and Iyunisha, no, let me try that again, Iyunishka Perez. I think that was right. Let's give these students a round of applause. These are our leaders in the Band of Blue, and I want to let you know these are some of the accomplishments that these students, along with their band directors, and I'm going to call their names in just a few minutes, but I want to let you know some of the things that our Band of Blue has accomplished this year. The Band of Blue was 7th at the South Carolina Band Directors Association Lower State Marching Band Championships and 14th at the SCBDA State Marching Band Championships. In the 4A, they were one of the 4A finalists. We had 5 band members who made the SCBDA Region Honor Band. We had 1 member that was a part of the USC Honor Jazz Band. The Band of Blue marched at the national performance. They did a national performance in the In-Dominion Mardi Gras Parade in New Orleans, Louisiana. That was a lot of fun, I know. We also had the Big Blue Jazz Band to get a superior rating at the SCBDA Jazz Performance Assessment. We also have the Band of Blue Concert Band, who received a superior rating with distinction at the SCBDA Concert Performance Assessment. Our Band of Blue JV Winter Guard, they won the gold medal. They were the gold medalists in the CWEA Scholastic Regional A Division, and the Band of Blue Varsity Winter Guard was the silver medalist in the CWEA Regional AAA Division, and also the Band of Blue Winter Percussion was the bronze medalist in the CWEA Percussion Scholastic A Division. What an awesome list of accomplishments. What an awesome list. So I'd like to also at this time congratulate our Band of Blue staff for all of the work that they do every day, every afternoon, on weekends, just always giving that time and attention to our students. So first I'd like Mr. Tom Finnegan to come up. And Mr. Finnegan, I'm going to ask you, if you would, to introduce your associate band directors, your color guard instructors, your assistant directors, and your music and visual staff, if you would, at this time. Let's give Mr. Finnegan a round of applause.
Small sample of the type of students we have. We left Bree Pollard out. She's one of our captains of our JV team. You know, she's wearing the gold medal. They won the gold. The guard with the silver, the varsity, and our percussion kid wears his bronze medal. But these students mean so much to us. Lord, we're so blessed to have outstanding students. I tell people all the time, and I brag, I have the best kids in school. They make teaching a joy for us. But I have some outstanding people that make this Army work, and I could not do our job and my job without their help. And first of all, our Associate Director, Mr. Nick Hinckley, stand on up. Is the man behind me. He writes a lot, does a lot of our arrangements for the Band of Blue, and with me now for 19 years. So quite an accomplishment. He's a Somerville graduate, and that's all right. We brought him over. That's good. Next is Miss Kathy Messick. Miss Messick is outstanding. Messick actually taught longer in Colleton County than I have. I'm in year 37 and year in year 38. She does a great job of keeping the color guard straight. She's been doing that for years and does a great job at the middle school start coming in. And then our youngest director on staff is Mr. Clay Blackwood. From Spartanburg's out there on, we used to not say this, but he is a James F. Burns graduate. And some of us that used to compete against Burns know that, but Mr. Blackwood is a big father. Roots here, Colleton County and Hanson County, and we're so blessed to have him. He deals with our percussion section. And then I'm very fortunate to have some alumni come back that are now teaching music in the county, and they're giving back to the program and that's so much for them. One of them is from Colleton County, one's from Winthrop School with the other student, other teacher, but I want to recognize Taylor Fussell. She's our music teacher. By trade. And an outstanding young teacher doing a great job at Forest Hill and has come back to Colleton County. And brought her roommate from college, and this is Miss Joelle Kolpitsky. She's a baritone player and from Rock Hill and joined our staff. And both of them have been outstanding, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's and things that sometimes we don't always see as the full band directors. They catch that, and they do a great job working that. We also have a number of other alumni staff that are in college that come back and help, but they put back into the program what they got out of these people that come back and work with us. So we're very lucky and very fortunate. We've had a great year, Ms. Williams. I can't say enough about this senior class. Last year I only had 7 seniors due to COVID. This year we bounced back, we have 25 seniors. And it's going to be really hard to replace them. It's a cycle of life, we understand that, but Thursday night we have our awards night program, and it's going to be hard to see these seniors walk across that stage for the last time, and I shake the hand and give the plaque. But they mean the world to me, and we love them a lot. So.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Finnegan, and to your staff. Get the band picture, and then we're going to, and Kaylin, if you would come up. Yep.
Kaylin's dad is in the baby.
Ms. Williams, while we're lining everybody up for the picture, just the importance of our teachers and what kind of an impact they can make on our lives, not only while we're in school, but after we get out of school. I was in 6th grade about 20 years ago, and Miss Messick was my beginning band teacher. And whenever I was in 6th grade, she taught me something that still to this day I remember, even though I've tried to forget it many times. the dot adds half the value of the note back to the note. So I just want to remind everybody how much it means for really good teachers to have an impact on students' lives.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank y'all. Congratulations. Yes. Good to see you. Congratulations. Congratulations. And please, first thing you want to say. Congratulations.
I used to work in our city.
Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Wood. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I know, man.
Really not happy about that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry. How you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
All right. All right. We have 2 additional groups of students to recognize. Remember, it's all about the kids. So our next group of students, I think it was Thursday, I went to the high school, and we had 3 students at that particular time who signed to play collegiate sports. And listen to that. That's a big deal. These students signed to play collegiate sports. Earlier in the year, we had 2 additional students who signed. So we have 5 students in our district who have signed to play college sports. And I'm going to call their names, and I'm going to announce the school that they're going to attend and the sport that they're going to play. So first we have Miss Shandy Brown, and she is going to be attending North Carolina A&T playing softball. So Shandy, if you're here, please come forward. Next, we have Colson Barnado, and he is going to attend Chowan University, and he is going, did I say that right? Wrong? Chowan. He's going to attend Chowan University, and he's going to play soccer. Our next student is Bailey Cox, and Bailey is going to attend the University of South Carolina Salkehatchie campus, and she is going to play volleyball. Our next student is Cameron Farnsworth, and he is going to attend Columbia International University to play baseball. And our last student is Mr. Brian Hamilton. He is also going to attend Columbia International University, and he is going to play basketball. So I just want to say this is a huge accomplishment for our students, and students, we applaud you. I know I was at 3 of you that were signing. I wasn't at the other 2 because I didn't know about it, but if I knew about it, I would have been there. But I want you all to know that we're super, super proud of you, and we're just praying that you will be successful in your careers, in your athletic careers, in college and moving forward. So go and represent Colleton County well. All right, I need a picture with you.
And if we could get their parents to stand, because we're proud of them too.
Yes.
Sandy, we're so proud of you. So proud of you. Thank you, Cam. So proud of you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Brian. Proud of you. You're welcome.
Congratulations.
All right, awesome. All right, and our last group of students that we're going to recognize tonight, these students participated in the South Carolina stock market game. And let me tell you a little bit about that. These students placed in the middle school division of the South Carolina stock market game. There were a total of 209 middle school teams from all over the state. They will be recognized at the South Carolina Economics and Financial Literacy Awards luncheon in May. So we would like to congratulate these students for a job well done. And placing first place we have, and if you would come forward if you're here, Autumn Blakeney. Noel Cobbs. Kennedy Graham. And Jaleisha Jenkins. I want to say congratulations to you, if you would stay right there. And then we have 3 students who placed second place in the stock market game. And those students are Hunter Carter, Tyler Omer, Sam Whitkin. Say congratulations to you all. That was a tremendous accomplishment that you placed first and second out of 209 middle school teams in the state. That is tremendous. That is awesome. So let's give them another round of applause. And I would also like, before I forget, I'd like to ask the parents to please stand as well. Our parents, please stand. All right.
Congratulations, young man.
All right. I want to say that ends our student recognition, but I just want to thank all of our students, all of our parents for a job well done. As I said before, it is all about the kids. I know that it took some time, but this is why we're here, for our children. So thank you, and thank you, board members, for allowing me to highlight our children.
Ms. Williams, are you doing the wellness? MUSC Wellness?
At this time, I'm going to ask Nurse Dingle. Is she here?
Reception.
Yeah, it doesn't start until 6. Nurse Dingle, she's not here. Do we have MUSC representatives here? Okay, they're here. All right, they're going to come forward to present our wellness awards.
Good evening. I would like our wellness leads to come up from our various school districts. Kimberly, Deb, Lily, Amanda, all of you come on up. Colleton County School District's 8 schools participate in MUSC's Boeing Center for Children's Wellness Initiative. It is quite a lot of work where schools compete against each other to earn funds for all the hard work that they do. And even to just get a participation award requires a lot of work. They have to earn a minimum of 50 points in various different categories like nutrition, physical activity, social emotional wellness, sustainability. They have to get a point in each of those categories, and they have to have wellness meetings at least 4 times a year. So it is a lot of work that these schools have to do. So I wanted to individually recognize the schools and their wellness leads for all of their hard work. I would like to recognize Bells Elementary's Lily Hayward. Thank you for your hard work. Northside's Elementary, Melissa West, thank you. Hendersonville's Kira Green, she could not be here, she had a baby. And Danae Dingle for assisting, so thank you. Cottageville's Donna Waddell. Thank you, Donna. Colleton County Middle School's Amanda Frank and Jeanette Ran. Thank you. Colleton County High School's Kimberly McElhaney and Deb Daniel. Thank you so much. Forest Hills Elementary, Angie Gillison and Johnny Gerard. And Blackstreet's Talasia Hill. Thank you all so much for all of your hard work. And I want to send a thank you to the school districts for all of your assistance and help with this initiative. We couldn't do it with all of y'all's support. So at this time, I would like to present the check for the school districts. They have earned collectively $9,250 for all of your school, for all of your hard work. So thank you so much. And that gets dispersed to all the different schools. And the money that they've earned goes back into their wellness initiative for things like their running club, and they give water bottles out to the students, and bikes, and lots of different programs they're able to use. And a Zen room for the teachers and the staff so they can have a place to relax and recharge to go back into the students. So thank you. I would like to announce the grand prize winner. They earn an additional $1,000 for winning. This school is Colleton County High School, so congratulations. And I would like to also recognize another school for earning the Rising Star Award, and this is for schools who earn at least 15% more points. They go into a pool, and the school that earned the most percentage points out of all of those wins the Rising Star Award, and that is also an additional $1,000. So I would also like to take this opportunity to recognize Bells Elementary School for winning. They earned 20% more points than last year. So congratulations. And that is it.
Nice job.
Thank y'all for the hard work. Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to all of you. Thank you for all you do for wellness. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Congratulations.
We love you. Thank you so much. Appreciate all that you do. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, sure. Oh, thank you.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Thank you, MUSC, and all of our nurses who represent all of our schools. I know you're going to have a reception. We wish we could be with you, but we'll celebrate with y'all some other time. We do have public input. Mr. Irwin?
Ladies and gentlemen, the board welcomes the opportunity for you to share information concerning the school district below or the guidelines for addressing the board. There is nothing in the law or anyone here that prevents you from saying anything you wish to say. Please try to refrain from commenting on any pending student or employee discipline or grievance matter. What you say will become public information, which is subject to the Freedom of Information Act laws. If you choose to call specific employees' names, we suggest that you don't. It is the board chairman's duty to inform you that you could also be subject to defamation laws according to your statements. Present your comments without using offensive language or making comments in a disrespectful manner. School district policy allows you 3 minutes for comments, and I think Ms. Hyman will be keeping our time for us, or Ms. Fox. Board members and the superintendent are not required to respond to your comments unless they choose and can end their response at any time. Failure to abide by these guidelines could result in your forfeiting your right to speak to the board in public session. Disruptive behavior may result in you being returned to your seat or removed from the premises. Thank you.
At this time, I'll call on Mr. Ricky Valentine.
Good evening.
Good evening.
On behalf of myself and Sheriff Hill, we would like to extend an invitation out to Bells Elementary next Wednesday, the 22nd at 12:30, where we'll be graduating 41 fifth grade students from the DARE program. As you know, the DARE program is a law enforcement-based program that it started out many years ago as a say no to drugs, but over the years it has taken a big drastic role of trying to show kids a way of making good choices in using the DDM, the DARE decision-making model, and making good choices in their life. So we want to thank the school district and Ms. Williams allow us to continue to bring this program to the school district, but again, we'd like to extend an invitation out at 12:30 at Bells Elementary next week.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Valentine. And I want to say congratulations to those 41 students. We appreciate you informing the board, but also I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge all of the recognitions before us. It's been a wonderful night celebrating those students, and Mr. Valentine, look forward to celebrating those students as well next week. Old business, we have none. New business is the School Law Conference. School board members, this is the South Carolina School Board Association Law Conference. It will be held in Charleston, August 10th through the 11th. Ms. Hyman, the date for registration for that for board members? It's going on now. Okay, so that enrollment registration time is now, and that is a the 22nd of May. So that would be next week. So make sure if you are interested in attending that you let Ms. Hyman know. We'll move on to policy items. Mr. Irwin, Policy Committee Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Board members, all of you should have received, I believe in your email this afternoon, is that right, Ms. Hyman? All of these policies that are listed below were emailed to you with some suggested revisions. So please make sure you take a look at those before next week whenever we have our regular board meeting. If you have any questions, anything that I can answer or anything that our attorneys can answer, they would be more than happy to discuss those with you. But I think for the most part, they're pretty straightforward and are things that we have talked about in our policy committee meeting that we just recently had. So any questions that I can answer, anything that our attorneys can answer, please feel free.
Board members, those policies are before you, the information is before you, and they will be reviewed at the regular board meeting next Tuesday. Superintendent's report, Ms. Williams.
All right, I want to say good evening again to everyone, and thank you, Ms. Whitkin and school board members. I I want to give you just a brief presentation concerning our turnaround efforts. And over the past few months, each of our school level principals have come before you to give you information about the progress towards their efforts and their turnaround plans. And so our May meeting, I noted that the district would give an update. So tonight, I would just like to let you know what our progress has been as we've been engaged all year in turnaround efforts to increase student achievement in our district. So each of our schools' turnaround plans included goals and objectives to address these 3 areas. 4 areas. Student achievement, one of the areas. Stakeholder involvement was another area. School climate was another area. And also we addressed the resource inequity goal. As you are aware, each of our schools set goals to increase academic achievement and growth. So we had a presentation a few months ago. Mrs. McDonald gave a presentation concerning our data, but I just wanted to highlight this again, just to let you see this information. We use Curriculum and Associates iReady platform for our formative assessments, as well as their instructional platform to provide diagnostics and learning pathways for our students to be successful. So on this particular slide, you will see in the first column the 2022-2023 ELA SC Ready scores for each of our schools, and it's listed there for you. Our students take a diagnostic in the fall. They also take a diagnostic in the winter and also in the spring. And these diagnostic scores serve as a predictor or projections as to how our students will perform on the SC Ready assessments for the 23-24 school year. So as you can see, if you look at this diagnostic, you'll see that each school's spring diagnostic shows that they outperformed their 2022-2023 SC Ready scores in ELA. So this shows that our students are making growth. If you look at the next slide, you will see that it indicates the same thing in math. It shows that our students' spring diagnostic, they outperformed their 2022-2023 SC Ready math scores. So this is progress. This is growth. So what have we done to increase achievement and growth in our schools? Well, these are some of the things that we do. We focus on instructional support. We have professional development, and we use data to drive instruction. And this particular slide outlines those initiatives we have put in place in all of those areas. And I don't want to read everything on this slide, but I would like to point out that we do provide lots of support to our schools through various means, our content specialists, our curriculum facilitators, our district leaders. Each of our district leaders were assigned to a school. Each of our schools has an assigned leader. I think that's a better way to say it. We also have training that's done by the State Department, and I've alerted you to that. We have State Department liaisons that provide us feedback. They come in and do classroom observations. They give us resources, and we have partnerships with different instructional vendors. And all of those different things that are listed on that slide shows some of the different things that we're doing to increase student achievement in our district. Stakeholder involvement is another goal. And as we have hosted many public stakeholder meetings, we have initiated creative ways at our schools to enhance our stakeholder involvement. I know our schools have presented to you all of the creative ways. They have vendors coming from the outside, community organizations, community members come in to support our schools. And then I named some of the things that we have in place at the district level, such as our lunch buddies, mentor programs, and our turnaround meetings that we involve our school improvement councils, our parents, our staff, our community. So we have done, I think, a tremendous job this year getting the community involved and letting them know, hey, this is where we are and this is where we want to be. How can you help us? Okay. The next slide outlines culture and climate. We've done a lot of work in culture and climate in our schools. Research tells us that positive school climate, where students feel safe and where they are celebrated for their successes, improves student achievement, test scores, grades, and engagement. And as a result of this research, our schools have implemented strategies for students to reach their personal, class, and school goals for not only academics, but also for attendance and behavior. We've also implemented celebrations at the school level and at the district level for our students, for our staff, and for our administrators. And then our last goal was our resource inequity goal. And our resource inequity goal is a goal that helps us to address those groups of students who may perform a little lower on state assessments. And we work very closely with those groups of students to close those achievement gaps. So in so saying this, we've provided staff development this year on the inclusion model to ensure that all of our students have access to standards-based learning, and that's specifically for our special ed population. And also we've established, and I think I talked about this at the last board meeting, a new multilingual course at the high school to increase the achievement of our ML learners as well. So in conclusion, I just want to thank all of our teachers, our staff, our administrators, both district administrators, both school administrators, because this has been a lot of work. It really has been a lot of work. But our leaders have embraced the work because they know that the work is important in order for us to get the results that we want to see. I want them to know that they are appreciated beyond measure. And we just look forward to seeing the fruit of our labor. We look forward to it. We know that testing has started, and we've done a lot of things to motivate our students and just to encourage them to do their very, very best. Because even though we have those predictors, we're still depending on our students to do their very best. So this ends my report, and I will be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Ms. Williams, when will we know the results? I know elementary students have completed the state testing, middle, some have finished, some are in the process. I know those are embargoed until a certain time. Give me an idea of when we will begin to better understand the results of this state testing, both SE Ready and EOC.
Right. So we Ms. McDonald has been working, and I know, we can't share scores right now, but she just kind of looks at what we're doing as we do it to give me some preliminary scores, but those scores will come back sometime in the summer, I think around June. Is that around July? So we'll get those scores in July, and yes, they will be embargoed for a while until the State Department lifts that embargo. And then as far as our school report card results, to know which of our schools have moved from those unsatisfactory or below average ratings, we'll get all of that information in October. Okay, is there anything else that I may have missed, Ms. McDonald? Okay.
Ms. Williams, I wanted to echo a thank you to the community and to you for all of the commitment we've gotten from our community for Teacher Appreciation Week. I know you were.
Oh, yes.
You were able to receive a lot of things to give to our teachers in celebration of teacher appreciation. And I want to thank you for the many meetings you've been to, recognize our district, with Civitans, our county council last week, just to name a few. And any organizations that would like a speaker at their civic club, Ms. Williams can give an excellent presentation and answer questions to be transparent about how we need our community to support our schools.
Thank you, Ms. Strobel. And I just want to say that, the word team, there's no I in that word. And I just want to thank the team because it really is a team effort, because I can't do all of this work by myself. I can't. And I just want to thank the team for all that they do to assist in those efforts as well. So thank you. Thank you, Ms. Strobel. That ends my report.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Board members, you have, I think Ms. Hyman, the field trip requests have been emailed and will be reviewed and approved at next Tuesday's board meeting. Human Resources, Ms. Hamilton.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Y'all gonna need your pens because we got some scratching out to do, okay? All right, so on page 1 for vacancies, the 262, we found it was a few duplicates, so I want to give you accurate numbers. So we issued 254 contracts. Of the 254, we have 247 returned. For work agreements, we issued 418. We have 345 returned, and they do have until the 24th. Of letters of agreements, that's to include working retirees and non-certified classroom teachers, we issued 39 letters of agreements, and 30 have been returned. Today, we have 29 resignations. I have not had a chance to update, based on the information that came in late today, the vacancies. However, I will update my chart and send you accurate numbers. I don't want to give you misinformation, but the numbers are forever changing. So, y'all have any questions for me? I will say that we have several interviews pending, so I am confident that vacancies will be filled with people of some sort, just praying that our internationals get here by July 20th.
Ms. Hamilton, very much looking forward to next Tuesday and the celebration of all of our teachers. That's all right. Tell me all about what we're to expect on that next week.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you for that. So on next Tuesday, we will have a reception in here for our retirees. So the reception will be in our back room. We ask that we do invite everyone to come out and support them. That will happen at 5:15. And then during the board meeting, we will recognize all of them. We will give them their gift. And then we will recognize our Teacher of the Years and Support Employee of the Year and announce our top 3 for Teacher of the Year.
And after top 3,
we have another reception, in August.
Okay.
And then we'll announce the district. It's a winner for Teacher of the Year and Support Employee of the Year.
Terrific.
And that reception will be here this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
In August?
In August, and I'll send you those details.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? All right. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Ms. Hamilton. Finance, Ms. Barrett.
Good evening again to the board and to the public. Just wanted to go over some monthly statement. I see here that you have the second reading of the budget. Would you have a discussion on that?
No, that's just a placehold so that we can have that for next week.
Okay.
That'll be the first thing we do next week. We'll be to vote on the second reading of the budget.
Okay.
But board members, if you have any questions about the budget, they can be asked at this time or before that vote next week.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Okay, I just want to go over some of the budget update. The district's second reading is May 21st, which is next Tuesday. And before adopting the budget for next fiscal year, the district will have to advertise the public hearing in the general fund budget, at least one South Carolina newspaper of general circulation, and the notice must not appear less than 15 days of the public hearing. So we have to notify it within 15 days once we adopt a budget after the second reading. The district hearing, I think, is going to be on June 25th. That's the last board meeting. So we will have our public hearing before the board meeting, and then we can adopt a budget then. Okay. To go over the monthly revenue comparison, for our local revenue for the month of April, we have a decrease in our local revenue. That's our tax collection, and that varies based on when people pay their taxes. And March is the last month that people pay their tax for this year before it go into delinquent, and that's just a little bit of funds that we're still getting for April, for March, but it was, that's coming in. EIA state funding, we had an increase of $57,000 and $773.78. For federal funding, the federal funding is, as I've said, always based on when we do the claiming, and this year we haven't done the big claiming yet, so that's why they look like it's a decrease in our federal funds. But once we do our claiming, it probably won't be as much because we don't have the ESSA 2 anymore claiming, just the ESSA 3, so that will be reduced. Our food service is also with timing. I think last year there was a problem with the state when us receiving the revenue, so this year we had a little increase because of last year, because of the timing of the revenue that we received from the state, so this year was an increase. So the total revenue for the county, the school district, is a decrease of $1.7 million, but like I said, it's due to the federal revenue basically, and that's in the timing of collection of the federal funds that we're getting. For our expenditures, the general fund, we have a decrease in our expenditures. For the special revenue, we have a decrease, and that's normally because what happened is the state, they roll up a lot of our revenue that we used to have in our special revenue fund, and they put it in our state aid to classroom, and that's how they reduce our budget too, by rolling it up, putting it in there, where they used to give us 100% in our EIA funds, we only get 75% of it now. So that's what they have done with that. For our federal fund, as I said before, our expenditures have decreased because we have gotten, because of the expiration of ESSA 2. And with food service, we have also a decrease in expenditures. So total, we have a decrease in our expenditures by over $918,000. Is any questions? Okay, thank you. And you have my other monthly report, and I will be gladly ask any questions if you have any, the monthly revenue, budget reports, capital projects. And our capital projects, we will be presenting to you next week, because we are working, Ms. Williams and I and the team, we are working together to get our final fiscal year 24-25 capital projects, so for your review for approval in June.
If I may, as we receive that, and this is in coordination with operations, will there be like a zeroed out? I know it won't be zeroed, but as far as capital projects for this year, will we be able to see, because some of those projects weren't completed, and so just if we can try to coordinate that effort so that this year's capital project and the projections for next year are clear as we review that information?
Normally on the capital project, what I've started doing, like in order to identify the year that the capital project is in, if you look at the latest one, you'll see that it's a 2401. That means that capital project was given in year 24.
Okay.
So for the new capital project, it'll be 2501. So that means that'll be for fiscal year 24-25.
Understood. And I know too, there is some effort to combine both this year and next year. So if that can be kind of clearly marked, it's just helpful as we were looking at it to know what we're looking at.
Right, okay, we will make sure that happens. Thank you. Any more questions?
Thank
you. Okay, thank you.
Dr. Reed, with the COVID remaining ESSER funds.
Good evening, board members. You have a copy of the report, the PowerPoint that has just some updates on our COVID relief dollars, both our current balance and some pending amendments that we're asking for. Next slide, please. The current balance as of May 6th is a little over $7 million. Next slide. But as you know, we are still spending, and drawing down funds on this account. We're going to be doing some amendments, our Amendment 14 based on a review of existing needs, and we're going to be moving a little over $300,000 within the ESSER program. Next slide. And then, of course, as a reminder, this funds will expire on September 30th. And of course, until that time, we're going to be monitoring the expenditure of the funds to make sure we get them out of the door. This last slide just gives you some remaining amounts and the percentages of each, like salaries and fringe and maintenance and that sort of thing, just for your information. Any questions?
Ms. Williams or Dr. Reed, can you explain what the $334,000 amendment is for?
Sure. I'm going to defer that to Ms. Williams because we could probably provide that detail, but go ahead.
Don't have the listing with me, so you can give that information, Dr. Reed. You probably have it
Sure.
memorized.
It's just it's examples such as we're going to be asking for some continuation of some projects that we've used, like Edmonton, for example. We're going to ask for permission if we can continue to use that through 2025 for our high school. We're going to be asking for some funds to see if we can pay some of our super tutors, some of those great high school students that you saw earlier, see if we can get them working in the summer programs to help us out, and some other things. But we can provide more detail for you to have prior to next week's meeting, if that's okay. Okay.
It is. It's just an understanding that obviously these are not going to be reoccurring dollars. So
Yes,
the
ma'am.
concern is that, the amendment, and that means that there's been a change in the funding and how we're paying for something won't be there next year. And as we have a deficit this year, I just want to make sure that we're not relying on the ESSER funds for something that we won't have reoccurring dollars for next year.
Absolutely. And we tried to spend them on one-time occurrences so we can get some impact. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, these are not reoccurring expenditures that we're using this for, but we will get more information for you for next time.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And Mr. Hamilton, for ESSER funded projects update.
Good afternoon, everyone. As part of my report, I put together a little summary of the progress of the projects and how it flows as far as things that has to happen before other things that happen. I thought that would have been helpful. An update on the projects from when this report was written. You know that we are working on the TCTC nail and bobber. That's going really well. We bid the transportation and robotics on the 7th, and we are evaluating those bids at this time. The bids for the projects for the HVAC at Black Street and the middle school went out today. And the projected bid date for that is June 6th. The other ones, the roofs for the high school is going out this week as well, and I think I projected sometime around the 11th of June for that for the bids to go out for it. The district roof, doing our investigations, we did some moisture testing and some core samples and found some issues, so we had to pivot a little bit to mitigate those issues, but I think we got a plan going forward. It may cost a little bit more money, but I think it would be beneficial to the district in the long run because of the moisture that's trapped in the roof system. The Black Street school, which is not it's an insurance claim, I'm scheduling with the low bid contractor to schedule that project as well. As I reported last time, and this is not an ESSER funds, I can wait to do that as far as the thing, but the bus parking lot, we are working on that. We had some soil samples that came back not as we thought it was, so we had to do some additional work. And also last week we had to do a survey of the area because the information was not readily available, and because of the condition of the soil, the site has started to sink a little bit, but we just wanted to make sure that we did get a plan together that we could get a long life out of the parking lot where we do it.
Do you anticipate that bus parking lot project to go on as planned and be completed during the summer, or are we going to be delayed?
Yes, in one form or fashion. Like I said last time, we're looking at different engineering practices and to find the best solution, and I'm working with the engineers to do that.
Okay. Do we know for sure if the route around the car rider area on the opposite side of the bus parking lot, if that is going to be part of the project, or we don't know yet? It's depending on the size of that.
Well, the area at the student parking?
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm working with them on that as well. I think we're going to have some additional funds for that area, and like I said, we're looking at, we may not be able to do the entire parking lot, but at least make the path better than it is now, and it is in bad shape.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions for Mr. Hamilton on ESSER-funded projects? And if not, he can add additional information on those capital projects during the operations report.
Okay.
Anything else? Thank you, Mr. Hamilton. Curriculum and instruction, Ms. Hedden.
Good evening, board members. You have my report for curriculum and instruction. I just want to give you an update on the progress of our summer learning program. Ms. Hyman forwarded a copy of the instructional schedules for both Forest Hills Elementary and CCHS to you. Mr. Irwin asked about that last month. I just wanted to remind you that our student registration closed on May 3rd. Currently, we have 564 students that have registered for grades pre-K through grade 12. Also, we have 154 prospective employees. Our summer learning program will have instruction in our core subject areas as well as book studies, SEL activities, related arts activities, inquiry activities, morning meetings, closing circles, and an 8th grade math pilot program. We tried that last year. It was a great success. Well, we're going to continue with it this upcoming school summer program. So our goal for the summer program is to plan a robust, enriching program to nurture our students' social, emotional, and mental health needs while preparing them for academic success. Some dates of interest: we will have a directors meeting on May 15th. We will host our staff meeting on May 30th. And then we will have a parent meeting for the secondary students on May 21st at 4:30 in room 4113 at the high school. Our parent meeting for Forest Hills will be on May 22nd, and that will be from 5 to 6 p.m. in the Forest Hills cafeteria. We will have a classroom teacher training day and room prep day on May the 31st. So that's something new this year. We will be going over curriculum with the teachers and allowing them some time to set up their classrooms because the students will start coming in on June 3rd. That's our first day. So that's basically everything with where we're at for our summer learning program. I just wanted to give you an update as we're finishing up that. Our notification letters to the students and parents will go out tomorrow about the acceptance into the summer learning program. We're also currently planning for professional development in ELA and math for over the summer, as well as planning for our district-wide curriculum day on July 31st. And if you will just indulge me for just a moment, I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors. He has been sponsoring this event now. This will be the 3rd year. And I want to give a shout out to the Original Six Foundation. Tomorrow they will be doing My First Library at several of our schools. So it's a free book library for the kindergarten students. And the kindergarten students get to go into the library and actually shop for their books. And they'll collect around 10 books per child. They will be tomorrow at Bells Elementary School from 9 to 10, Cottageville from 11 to 12, Hendersonville Elementary from 10:40 to 12, and at Blackstreet Early Childhood Center from 9:30 to 1. The Executive Director, Kara Meter, will be visiting each location during their book fair times. And since Dominion Energy is a big sponsor of the Original Six Foundation, they will have some volunteers at each one of the locations to help the students choose their books and pick out their books. The kids are super excited about it. So I just wanted to give a shout out to them, and this will end my report, and I'll be glad to take any questions you may have.
Questions for Ms. Hedden? Thank you.
Okay.
Operations, Ms. Fitch?
Ms. Fitch is not here. Oh, there she is. I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
I lost 42 pounds. I'm just kidding. I was hard to see. Good evening, board members. I wanted to point out that Mr. Bradley, along with his 2 routers in his department, have been working really hard to do student head counts on their buses. And the last count they did was the week of May 7th through the 10th. They're trying to make sure that they combine some of these routes. Some of these routes end up with a lot fewer, more than expected students on them. And so to try to make it more efficient for next year, as they're planning the routing for next year, they're trying to see how many students are on each bus compared to the ones that sign up to be on the bus. So they've been working really hard at doing that to plan for next year, and they're actually starting their summer school routing right now. I think they were given the final numbers this week, May 10th. So they're working on their routes for summer school right now, as well as trying to start their routing for next year. I just wanted to update you on that. And the next would be capital projects. So Mr. Hamilton can come up and give you any updates you have, unless you have any other questions for me. Thank you.
Good afternoon again. The updates for the rest of the project, I talked a little bit about the 8% money, the bus parking lot, but also the bleachers at the middle school. We awarded that contract. It's a little lead time on the equipment for it, but I'll keep you posted on scheduling for those. The canopy at Bells and Hendersonville, we are taking another look at those to come up with a solution where we could reduce the scope and still get a system that protects the students when in inclement weather, when there's drop off and pick up. The track surface, we have awarded that project, and that project will be going on this summer as well. The weight room floor is going to be going on at the end of the month, beginning of June. This be consistent with the football needs for that facility. We have some fencing projects going on, as well as the athletic maintenance at all of the fields. Flooring at high school and Forest Hills, the ROTC area, the guidance, the main office at the high school, and some of those areas. So we awarded that contract as well and issued that PO, as well as some painting for summer projects. We awarded some POs for it as well. We have awarded the custodial management supply contract, which begins in July for the year, and also awarded the lift station inspection contract, which also will start in July along with the fiscal year. And that's some of the things going on, as well as some planning for some maintenance projects, smaller type maintenance projects during the summer months, like painting and definitely cleaning and some other things. That's all I have. If you have any questions.
Questions for Mr. Hamilton in operations?
I have a question. I'm not sure if it's directed towards Mr. Hamilton or not. I don't know who can answer it, but as far as our extended range antennas for our emergency services, can somebody give me an update as to where we are with that?
Mr. McNeely can give you that update.
How are y'all? The company has come back with their drawings. They will start on the week of the 10th of June at Cottageville in the middle school. It'll take approximately 1 week to finish Cottageville. They'll do 2 weeks for the middle school. The week of the 17th, they'll send their crews over to the high school, and they'll begin work at the high school. It'll take about 3 weeks to finish that with the high school. If everything goes according to plan, they should be done by mid-July at the absolute latest.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Okay.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Hamilton. At this time, a reminder that this is committee of the whole, which means there will be no action by the board. We will enter into executive session for the discussion of the school year 2024-25 superintendent goals. We'll come back into open session. However, there will be no action taken at this time.
I do have two announcements, Chair Whitkin, if I can. First of all, just wanted to announce that the Colleton County School District Wellness Awards reception is being held in Training Room 2. So if any of you are able to join the nurses and the nursing staff there, please feel free to do that. They're in there now. And also the Teacher of the Year and Support Employee of the Year banquet will be held on July 18th. At 5 o'clock here in the boardroom. But you'll get an invitation before then.
And board members, there's no action necessary to enter into executive session for the discussion of the before-mentioned topic. And then we'll come back and be adjourned. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'd like to make an announcement, and that is to share that before we went into executive session, I made the decision to not take action to enter into executive session. We're currently in a committee of the whole meeting, and this is a meeting that does not take action. Therefore, I made the decision to not take action to enter into executive session. However, the action to go into executive session is procedural, and it doesn't affect anything any decisions of the district. So I should have taken the action to ask the board to go into executive session, and I know better now, and I want to entertain a motion now that we enter back into open session and for procedural purposes only.
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we enter back into regular session.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to enter back into open session. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. Motion carries. Is there any other business of the board? If not, I'll entertain a motion that we adjourn.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. We stand adjourned. I thank you very much. We'll see you next Tuesday. I think I said all that.